Welcome back to the Road to Emmaus. Today we will be reading 2 Peter chapter 2, and I want to start by reading just verse 1 and then move into some thoughts I had that I hope will encourage you today. Verse 1 says, "But there will also be false prophets in Israel, just as there will be false teachers among you. They will cleverly teach destructive heresies and even deny the master who bought them. In this way they will bring sudden destruction on themselves." If there are true prophets, there will also be false prophets. And if there is the Spirit of God, there will also be the spirit of evil that is fighting to deceive and enslave you back to sin. In 2 Peter 1, Peter has given us the exact answer to defend ourselves. Verses 3 and 4 say, "By his divine power, God has given us everything we need for living a godly life. We received all of this by coming to know him, the one who called us to himself by means of his marvelous glory and excellence. And because of his glory and excellence, he has given us a great, precious promise. These are the promises that enable you to share his divine nature and escape the world's corruption caused by human desires." These false prophets are not going to announce themselves and preface what they're going to talk about or let you know that they're about to deceive you. But by God's divine power, he has given us what we need to defend ourselves from the lies of the enemy. When we grow in our knowledge of who God is and what he has done for us, it becomes easier to discern the truth from the false. Ask the Holy Spirit to give you wisdom and the eyes to see the truth. God has won the battle. The victory is his, but the enemy is still trying to wage war, and he is still trying to steal, kill, and destroy. When your spirit is tired of fighting and you're feeling defeated and weak, remember, God is strongest in your life when you are at your weakest. Draw near to him, and he will draw near to you. I want to end with this quick analogy. Say my husband called me and I didn't look at the caller ID, and when I answered the phone, the minute I hear him speak, I know exactly who it is because I know his voice, because I spend time with my husband and I've become familiar with his voice. So when he calls me or he speaks, I know it's him because I've become familiar with his voice. The same goes for God. If you spend time with him, speaking with him, listening for him, you will know when it is God speaking. God will give you the discernment through the Holy Spirit and by his word. When we familiarize ourselves with him, it becomes easier and easier to know when it is God speaking or when it is false teachers speaking out of human desire. Springs Church, I pray that this made sense and it is encouragement to you today. Until next time.